Right squad, England's strongest man. So for those who don't know, I competed at England's strongest man recently by Ultimate Strongman. Came in second place. Congrats Mr. Flynn. Andrew Flynn took the win, and Paul Smith rounded out the podium in third. I don't think there was any huge surprises there. Like, I think us three going into that were the three sort of favourites, like three standout guys there. So as we expected really, like I'd have liked to have taken the win, don't get me wrong, but Flynn was just consistent all day, to be fair to him. So we're going to talk through the events now and just go through what happened basically. Shout out, there was a few guys there as well that did amazingly in some events. Like Shane Nye is always fantastic, like so good at the static events, and I was impressed as well by Alex Ferry. He's like 13 or 14, I don't know how old he is, he's doing his GCSEs I think, but he was unbelievable. Like his shoulder power for that age is absolutely wild. So there were some really good guys there, but yeah, I think the three favourites sort of came out on the podium as expected really. So we started off with an anchor drag arm over arm, which on paper for me I knew would be a pretty good event. It was quite a fun event. It had been raining pretty relentlessly all day, so we were on the classic Ultimate Strongman slippy plywood, and we had to do a 20-metre sprint, a 15-metre sprint, sorry, into a 15-metre pull. So everyone was running on the boards like so carefully because it was pretty sketchy, but I came away with a win in that event, which was good. Again, like I thought it'd be a pretty good event for me, but I won it by 12 seconds in the end, so beat Flynn by 12 seconds. Flynn got second, so for me that's like absolutely huge. It was a big confidence booster going into the Giants live show as well, that we also had an arm over arm in, so I knew it would be a good event for me. I thought I had a good chance, but it's one that can go wrong quite easily. Like you just miss one position on the hand, but and it goes wrong. But to win it by 12 seconds, like it was pretty dominant. So really good for me. I just got my whole body into it and got it moving, and I thought we had to pull it further than we did actually. So I was buzzing with that. Second event, obviously I had the joy of going out last, was the press medley. The annoying thing about this is that it had been going really well in training. I was actually quite confident for it going in, so I ended up zeroing, which it was really gutting, to be honest. Like I just couldn't get the block. Like it was so much bigger than the block I'd been training on. I've got one from Celtic Strength, which is brilliant. It's a really nice bit of kit, but the one they have is like, I'm not sure it's a purpose-built bit of kit or anything, but it's just huge basically. I just couldn't get it in a good position to press it. You know, I've got excuses. It had been raining, it was on grass, etc. It was slippy as anything, but it was the same for anyone at the end of the day. I just wasn't strong enough to press it. So in the end, the way it all played out, it didn't really make a difference because Flynn was quite clear on points in the end anyway. So I'd have had to come 4th or 5th in that event to beat Flynn overall. A lot of the guys finished the whole medley like pretty quick, like, so I don't think I would have done enough to win the title anyway on that event, unless I had like the performance of a lifetime. So I got lucky in the end. It didn't really make a difference, but it still kind of sucked. So after that, it meant I was first out for the throwing. And luckily we did have a bit of time. It's not like quite as quick as Giants Live, so I had a bit of time to just go chill out, have a bit of a sulk. I sort of, after that event, I knew like my chances of winning had pretty much gone. And I think, I can't remember the position I was in, but I was down in about 8th, I think, overall, maybe even lower than that. So for me at that point, it's where I quite enjoy it. I just switched into like comp mode where let's just see if I can get back to the podium basically. Came out, had probably the best bag run of my life. Like again, it was on wet grass, so I wore my trail shoes from the running days and they just gripped the ground perfectly. And just, yeah, through 20, 28 over, absolutely no problem. The bags were really nice. And yeah, it took, I think I was about 2 seconds faster than Flynn. Paul Smith had a good performance on this as well. Like throwing for Paul isn't necessarily his best event. You know, he's vertically challenged. Well, he's horizontally challenged as well, to be honest, but he's challenged. So it was good for Paul to get them over. And yeah, again, like I think us three came top 3 on that. So really cool event. And just, it's one of them, it can either go your way or it can go against it, but I'd been training it so hard, so it was nice for a throw event to finally pay off and just go the way I want. So that was my second win out of 3 events. We then went on to the Hoosfell carry. Again, like I think I said before in another video, but Glenn said there was going to be a mystery static event and this was it. So I mean, that's about the best mystery static event you could ever give me. 125 kilo sandbag carry for distance. So well, it was 90 meters for time, so yeah, I won that one pretty comfortably as well. I think I was about 8 seconds ahead of Flynn. He actually got away faster than me out of the blocks. I think he knew I was going to be quick, so he just went for it straight out the blocks. But luckily, like, I reeled him in pretty easy. Like, I honestly think I could have done the same distance again with that bag. Like, it just felt amazing. Like, it's not a heavy sandbag for us. I was surprised when they put that in. Like, you couldn't ask for a better event for me, but to be honest, like, that's just not heavy enough for that kind of show. Like, last year we had the Husafell Stone and it was 186, so it is what it is. It was great. You know, I've used the Cerberus bags all the time. They're the bags I use at home, so it was just good. They were nice and wet as well, so they were definitely heavier than they said they were. But yeah, good to take another event win. So that put me, I was climbing up the table. I think going into the stones, I was 3rd or 4th behind Paul. I think I was 3rd behind Paul, so I had to beat Paul in the stones as well to get 2nd overall. So yeah, so went out second last on stones and had a good run. It certainly wasn't my fastest run, but it was about 20 seconds. It's hard. It's not as easy to go fast on that setup as it is at like Giants Live or somewhere, because like you're putting the stones on these barrels, they've got a small hole in them, and they're like rolling around. It's a completely flat top, so you just got to really make sure they're in the right place before you do the next stone, because the last thing you want is to see a stone fall off and then your time's just gone then. So I did a fairly steady run for me, but just making sure I didn't make any risks, like one motioning any that I didn't need to. Finishing about 20 seconds, and again, that was enough to take the win. I think I beat Flynn by about a second, so that was probably the closest one. And Flynn did enough, you know, as he always does, to secure the win. Came 2nd in the stones, I believe. And then, yeah, so I think whatever had have happened, I would have beaten Paul overall, because he wasn't going to beat Flynn, so I'd have got enough points to make the difference. But Paul had a bit of a stinker on the stones, I think. So it just meant that me and Flynn in the end were quite clear, which was nice. So again, like I said going into this comp, I think Flynn was the favourite. He's had such a good season this year as well. He's sort of breaking into that Giants Live scene as well. And it's good to see. Like, I like Flynn a lot. I've got a lot of time for him. He's a very similar athlete to me. We're both very dynamic. So congratulations again to Andy. Like, deserves the win. He's done it. I think that was his 7th England's. He's missed out on the first 3 times in a row by a point. So he came and put a pretty dominant display on, to be fair to him. I don't think he was out the top 3 on any event. Obviously, I'm really, really happy with my performance. Like, to get 4 event wins out of 5 is quite funny. Like, it showed my level. It's just, again, the pressing cost me at this one. So it is what it is. It's going to get better. We're going into an off season once we've got through Giants Live, and we're just going to build some freaky strong shoulders, and then hopefully we'll start winning more shows. But that is basically what happened to England's Strongest Man. It was a great show. It was put on really well, I have to say. Like, Ultimate Strongman, had a great time. I really enjoyed the comp. That was the main thing. Like, I think for me, once that pressure's off, that like I'm probably not going to win now, I could just settle into the show, and I just honestly had so much fun, because that's what I like doing. And I met so many great people. Loads of you guys were there in the crowd watching and at the meet and greet and stuff, so I appreciate that so much. It was great getting to chat to all of you. But yeah, just means in 2025 we'll be coming back to take that title back off Mr. Flynn, because it belongs in Banbury. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff, because we've got so many videos coming out at the minute. But yeah, stay tuned. We've got loads more coming. But thanks for watching.